And I think where a lot of Christians get tripped up is the idea that Democrat and Republican are like these standard things that don't change. They ebb and flow with the times, just like everything else. The only thing that stays true is the word of God. And I use this example that I heard from Gabriel Finocchio, I think, where he says, like, if we lived in a monarchy, I would be a monarchical progressive, because I would want to progress from monarchy into a republic. But since I live in a representative republic, I am a Christian conservative because I want to conserve the Christian values of the nation. And so all of these terms are relative except for Christian. And I think the same thing happens with Christian nationalists. Like, nationalism means I want the best for my country. I want my country to flourish. Christian means I want it done in a Christian way, meaning I don't want wars. I don't want imperialism. I don't want to kill people in the name of God. I want my country to flourish through the spreading of the gospel, the genuine spreading of the gospel and moral values. And so I think defining the terms is so important in these things, and rarely people do it.
Yeah, they associate buzzwords with emotions. And since a buzzword is, associated with emotion, they react on that emotion instead of what the definition of that word actually means. Right. And so when you hear Christian nationalist, it sounds insane. It really does. And I could imagine somebody far on the left being, maybe LGBT community plus the, being pro-choice, and hearing Christian nationalism. Mm-hmm. And if Christian nationalism did happen, like, they would live in a society, if people lived true Christian values, right? If they truly did, it would be a flourishing society, because everybody would be taking care of each other and helping each other. That's what it would look like.
Voluntarily.
The odds of that happening is slim to none,
Right.
it's just slim to none. The odds of that playing out to its logical conclusion, if people actually live the way that they're supposed to live, is probably not going to happen, right? But I can imagine somebody being so scared of their, since identity politics has been played on them so much, that they view Christianity as the enemy, not realizing that they are living in a society that has a moral fabric to it that has been put in place by Christian values. And since you've been living in it for so long, you don't know what it's like to live without it.
Yes, 100%. And the thing is that we were on our way there. Now, all societies are flawed to a degree, because all societies are made by men. But one of the reasons that people came to found America was because they wanted to practice their religion freely. Now, by that they meant their denomination, because almost everybody that came here was Christian. And so out of that, you didn't get a state government, because you didn't want only Lutherans to be in charge of the government, or only Anglicans to be in charge of the government. You wanted to be able to be an Anglican and have a Lutheran as the president, right? Like, you are a deist, whatever. And so that was really the whole idea of separating church and state. But what has happened is through postmodernism and the lack of objectivity, the left's biggest weapon is to redefine words. And so what they do is they redefine the word Christian nationalist to mean a Nick Fuentes type, or some kind of radical, and that's not what it means. What the two words mean are very fundamental. And then, like, I'll just reiterate: Christian meaning Christian follower of Jesus, nationalist meaning I want what's best for the country through the lens of Christianity. And so I think we need to stop with the sloganizing, the sloganeering, and all that stuff, and really do the research. Like, why do these people claim that they are Christian nationalists, or why do these people claim that they are progressive Christians? Which, taking those words doesn't mean anything. Yeah. Progressivism, the word progressive only means something if you're moving in a direction. What is that ultimate direction? Yeah. And so